Welcome to the first episode of Oh My Pod, a podcast all about podcasting. My name is Justin Moore, and I'm the CEO of Podigy, a company that is dedicated to helping businesses and entrepreneurs generate revenue and leads and clients by using innovative podcasting strategies. I'm also a professional singer and songwriter for the EDM and pop music industry and a content creator on Instagram and TikTok with several 100,000 followers. I do a lot of other stuff too. Next to me is Celine, the project manager of our company, Podigy, who also happens to be my girlfriend.
Hi, I'm Celine. I started helping out for Podigy when Justin had too much on his plate with his music career. So I started taking on tasks that got more and more over time. And I happen to really like organizing, and I really like working with people, which Podigy is exactly that. I actually went to school for kinesiology, and I was a teacher at home in Italy before moving.
Elementary school and middle school, yeah.
Yeah, before moving to Canada. This is really nice to be working for Podigy because we can work from Italy and we can work from Canada.
Yeah, because we move around a lot. So we're going to try and discuss literally everything that we can about the podcasting industry on this podcast. This is going to be about starting your podcast, getting the right equipment, recording perfect audio, booking the right guests, marketing and growing your show, getting reviews. We're going to answer a lot of questions that anybody sends in. So we're hoping to be a real resource for a lot of people who are wanting to learn. This podcast is obviously, like I said, for people who are trying to learn how to start their own podcast, how to grow their show, how to actually get people to listen, how to create content that's valuable, how to be confident in front of the microphone. I'm a recording engineer. I'm a sound engineer and obviously a singer, like I said. So I know a lot about microphones. I know a lot about getting the right sound in your recording space, all that stuff. So you can always send in questions like that and we can answer it on the show, or I'll even send you an email back. Podigy has quite a few clients. And so we're hoping to provide a little bit of insight as to what we actually do behind the scenes for our clients so that they can learn more as well. But by no means do you have to be a client of Podigy to be a listener to this podcast. I'm actually hoping that we can separate the business from this podcast quite a bit because I'm not trying to make everybody who listens a client. We're really going to be providing a ton of really valuable information. But if you did find down the road that you were like, oh man, the audio is just too much to edit, it's taking too long, I can't do all the writing, then literally send us an email and we can right away figure something out.
We're also going to have some guests on the podcast.
Yep, there's going to be guests.
We're going to have some guests that know a lot about each sector of the podcast industry. Like, for example, somebody that is a professional copywriter or an audio engineer.
Yep.
Or graphic designer.
Or a lighting expert.
Exactly.
For your video and stuff, all that. These are going to be the people that we actually work with in our business. So we know that they know their stuff. And we're also going to hope to get some people on the podcast who have successful shows themselves, because I really believe that the best way to learn something is to just look at what works, right? Like, why reinvent the wheel completely? You know, you can modify the wheel a little bit, but why reinvent it? We're going to be publishing 2 episodes per month on Mondays, but we might increase that later in the year if we want to.
So thank you for tuning in to our first episode, and we're super excited to start diving into the industry with you guys.
Yeah, there's a lot to go through. It's really cool. There's a lot of different aspects to this industry, so it's hopefully going to stay interesting for everybody. If you want to download our free, simple 9-step guide to starting and launching your own podcast, click the link in the description. Just put in your email and that's it. That's super valuable. We created that, and I really think that you could honestly take that, listen to some episodes of this podcast, and you should be able to go and get all the perfect equipment and start recording. I really believe that. Yeah. It's super valuable. And it's free. And it took us a long time. So that's kind of a no-brainer. Tune into the next episode. We're going to be discussing the 6 biggest lies about podcasting. We'll always let you know what you can expect on the next episode so that you can decide whether or not you want to listen to the next one. Thank you for listening to our first episode and listening to a little bit about us. We hope that we can start providing you with some value right away.